Peace and love, family. All right, big announcements before we get started. Finally free for the summer. So, yeah, I'm about to be coming hard with a lot more content. Probably trying to post at least, upload at least every day. But if nothing else, I'm going to try to catch Fridays for sure. It's Friday today, Shreem Brzee Day, so what I plan on doing every Friday at least, if not every day, we're gonna do some Shreem Brzee meditations, why not? Why not, This energy is out here, it's free, so why not take advantage? So, I don't gotta go to work every day anymore, and I got nothing but free time. So we all gonna get healthier and wealthier together. So yeah, I'm just gonna be and I'll probably go live when I do it most of the time or something to, see what's up with this live. I ain't, too fond of going live yet, but probably do that, go live on Fridays and we can all chant Shreem Brzee together. I'm also gonna do quick little pranic healing before that on all your chakras, get your chakras, all loosened up and activated. So you can have the maximum benefit from the meditation, get that healing energy and prosperity energy, all in one. So before we start, check me out. Feel me? Rocked up. That's citrine right there. This is probably the best for quick manifesting and quick money. This is probably the luckiest crystal I've come into contact with along my journey. Probably the best one for a short, quick money, quickly and stuff. And then aventurine, green aventurine is probably the best for long-term consistent wealth. So yeah, if you want any crystals, check my website, it'll be in the description. I also have orgonite, here's a little pretty little piece, amethyst, you know what I'm saying, that good old amethyst in there, along with some hematite and rose quartz. So yeah, piece like this will probably be around like $50, $45, $50, yeah. But if you're not hip to orgonite, I will tell you, I'm coming with straight facts and science today. So orgonite, the reason these crystals and orgonite is so powerful is because one, it's the energy behind them. Obviously, everything is energy. Crystals emit their own energy. So energetically, they're healing us. On an energetic level, everybody has their own energy field around them. Most crystals coincide with the color that they are. So if it's an orange crystal, it'll help, it'll emit an orange color and heal your orange chakra, and the whatever, the coinciding chakra with that color, so if it's a blue crystal, it'll be good for your blue chakra, which is your throat chakra, purple crystals like amethyst, go for your third eye, your crown chakra. But scientifically speaking, this is what the orgonite is doing and what the orgonite is good for. It's old technology that's been rediscovered, and when you mix and stack inorganic and organic materials, i.e. crystals and metals, you get you harness pretty much in negative ions. You got positive ions and you got negative ions around you all the time. We're floating in energy, but on a scientific level, what it is actually is all these atoms and molecules floating around us. They can either be positively or negatively charged, if it has more electrons than protons, it's going to be a negative ion. If it has more protons than electrons, it's going to be a positive ion. Positive ions are bad for you. That's what pretty much, you get from radiation and nuclear energy and all that stuff. This is why, cell phones and stuff, electronic devices, this is why they're bad for you, because they emit positive ions. And these are good for you because this is 0-point technology. The crystals, it always has some type of quartz crystal in there. Clear quartz is piezoelectric. That's why it needs to be in there to make this device work. The clear quartz under pressure, it's piezoelectric, which means it can, emit electricity. Has an electrical charge. You can't see it, but since it's in the resin is compressing these quartz crystals, activating that piezoelectric effect and characteristic that it has. So pretty much it can project these negative ions that it harnesses. So all of these elements together, and then it's the pyramid shape in general. Pyramid shape alone harnesses negative ions, from nature. And this whole device collects positive and negative ions, and it only projects negative ions out. So negative ions are great for you, and I will tell you exactly what they do. What is a negative ion? It's not equal plus or minus, it either has, more electrons or more protons, like I said. But positive ions are things like lighting, computers, laptops, AC, cell towers. These all emit positive ions into the environment, right? Now, negative ions, and those little wristbands that were going around, those little athlete wristbands that look like you got a little, that were like thin, and they had the little, the little thing on them, those little power balance bands, those emitted negative ions, and those, gave you those good enhanced abilities and stuff because of the negative ions, So this is what negative ions do and good for. Oh, well, let me finish on positive ions. So positive ions, like I said, were those things, the computers, laptops, electronic devices. How they make you feel, what do? They cause tiredness, irritation, depression, cancer, headaches, nausea, and fatigue, things of that nature. Now, negative ions, on the flip side, negative ions, that healing energy, right? The healing ions, these are going to make you feel more calm, relaxed. They have a refreshing, invigorating effect. Medical organizations use them for air ionization therapy. They have them, and they have air ionizers and all that, and they just, emit the negative ions in the air like that. Salt lamps, they do the same thing. It's all negative ions. This is why these things, emit that good energy on a molecular level. What it's doing is it's healing us with these abundance and saturation of negative ions. So, like I said, medical organizations use them for air ionization therapy to treat depression and seasonal affective disorder. And where you will find an abundance of negative ions would be places like storms. When there's a storm brewing, all that lightning, all those lightning strikes, it's ionizing the air and the atmosphere and the rain, and all the rain molecules up there are getting zapped with electricity, and it's helping them out in a sense that it's cleaning pretty much. That's why rainfall is so good. Sorry. That's why rainwater is so powerful when you collect it and all that. And that's why after storms and stuff, your grass grows like crazy and trees get, grow like crazy because all of those negative ions in the water, and up there when all those so yeah, like I was saying, that's why after storms and stuff your grass grows like crazy, and trees and everything, because that electricity is, you know, ionizing the water, you know, before it drops down, and there's just an abundance of negative ions. So electricity is the flow of electrons, right? You got negative ions, or ions that have more electrons, you know, more electrons, more electricity, you know. Well, not more electricity, but you get it. Electrons, electricity. It's the flow of electrons. So the electrons is what's, you know, mainly helping you out. So all those negative ions, what they also do is, well, other places you'll find them is flowing water, you know, flowing and crashing water, because, you know, the ions are formed through atoms and molecules, you know, running into each other. And when they bump into each other, when they collide, when, you know, electrons, you know, I mean, when atoms collide, you know, they exchange, you know, electrons and stuff. So one of them's gonna latch on and grab more electrons, and then one's gonna, you know, so waterfalls, lots of negative ions. This is why people bathe in waterfalls. Rivers, this is why, you know, back in the day they would say, oh, you know, just lead a horse to water and they'll drink from, a horse won't drink from a river that's unclean and stuff. Rivers and streams are clean because the water is flowing, so it's constantly moving and crashing, you know, and cleaning itself out, you know. This is why if you've been on a long car ride or something, or in a building all day, and then you go outside and you just like, oh, that breath of fresh air feeling, it's because you've been around probably more positive ions than negative ions. And when you go outside, you get a fresh influx and intake of a natural environment, which naturally should have a good amount of negative ions in it than and less positive ions. So negative ions also stop the growth and reduce the amount of airborne bacteria and mold spores and dust mites in the air by 95%. They also remove dust particles from the air and remove chemical pollutants and cigarette smoke by 52%. Negative ions. This has all been verified and confirmed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. They increase the flow of oxygen into the brain, resulting in higher alertness, decreased drowsiness, and more mental energy. They strengthen the functions of the autonomic nerves. They reinforce skin collagen, improve permeability of the cells, prototype plasma membranes, which all that to say is just improves metabolism, and it strengthens the body's immune system, right? Going on. Negative ions are very helpful. So, even more, they stimulate the reticuloendothelial system, which is a group of defense cells in our bodies that marshal our resistance to disease. That pretty much is just a more scientific way of saying that it increases your immune system. It also improves our capacity to absorb and utilize oxygen. Negative ions, right? Improves our capacity to absorb and utilize oxygen. They also, negative ions in the bloodstream accelerate the delivery of oxygen to our cells and tissues. They speed up oxidation of serotonin in the blood, which greatly affects mood, pain relief, and sex drive. So negative ions will help your mood, help pain relief, and help your sex drive. They decrease the production of neurohormones serotonin at night, which causes sleeplessness and nightmares, which helps you have healthier sleep. So it decreases the production of the neurohormone serotonin. So it decreases serotonin at night, because serotonin is good, but when you're trying to sleep at night, you want, instead of serotonin, you want the melatonin. The melatonin is, serotonin during the day is that all, but serotonin at night, you don't want to be all high alert when you should be falling asleep, so it reduces that at night, which helps you have better sleep. Positive ions in the bloodstream have a negative effect on metabolism rates. They weaken the immunity and contribute to premature aging. That's positive ions, bad for you. Negative ions have the opposite effect. Positive ions, acidic foods. So when you're eating acidic foods, you're getting a shit ton of positive ions. Alkaline foods, negative ions. Dr. Sabi. This is why they're good. All the stuff behind all the things, why, a lot of shit makes you feel good and a lot of shit makes you feel bad. And it's some energetic shit going on a molecular level. It can still be proven. It's most likely, the negative and positive ions playing a role. So boom. When we inhale negative ions, they produce a biochemical reaction in our body. All right. Studies have shown that an excess of positive ions can be very damaging to our bodies and minds. Psychiatrists have found that people who suffer from neurosis are more likely to have psychotic breakdowns when the positive ion index is high than at any other time. So they're saying, hey, when they check the radars and check the weather and stuff in the morning, it says the positive ion index is high. There's a shit ton of positive ions out there right now. They're saying that psychotic breakdowns are even higher at those times. So boom, all this shit dictates how we feel too, When it's bad weather and it's cloudy and gray outside, there's a lot of positive ions, but I'll probably get to that. So, decreased wound healing speed and increased infection rates happen when you have a lot of positive ions. They also found that crime levels increase, as do suicide attempts and car accidents, when there is a high amount of positive ions. It says they found that studies even found that schools are affected. An analysis of the record of 2,000 public schools showed that their conduct was noticeably poor right before a storm. I teach. This shit is 100% true. When it's bad weather outside, my kids are acting up, And we know this, you know what I'm saying? But it's because of the positive and negative ions, you know what I'm saying? It's a chemical reaction going in your body, So that's why I'm going to be doing all these meditations and stuff and coming as hard as I can to get y'all ready, because we got some things going on in the universe and stuff's going to be happening a lot in May, June, and July that we need to prepare for, because we control ourselves and, intention is strong, but at the same time, we drive these physical vessels, and physiological reactions occur just from being in here and our bodies reacting with outside external sources. You can't help but, you control your mind and your body, right? But you can't help that you're still in this physical shell that responds to the moon and what the moon is doing, and that shit will control you, you know what I'm saying? So it still happens, but we just still at the same time have to do the physical work to offset a lot of that. Intention isn't everything. You can't just will like, oh, the full moon will not affect me, or the full moon will not affect me. That's part of the solution. The other half of that is getting up off your ass. What does that mean? Actually doing the meditation. All right, boom, let me actually eat right. I can't just say, oh, the moon won't affect me. If I've been eating crap my energetic system is operating at a real low level. So now I'm more susceptible to being affected by outside resources. So when you're vibrating high, what's going on outside won't matter. When you're vibrating low, oh shit, full moon, that's going to fuck you up. Oh, damn, it's, retrograde. Oh, boom, you're getting hit a lot harder. As opposed to that yogi that's vibrating on the top of Mount Himalayas. And he's like, oh, okay, oh, it's a storm coming. Okay, boom, that doesn't affect my aura, whatever, So still going to affect us, but to what extent, So you can't just totally neglect all the external and the stuff going on that's happening, but you can offset it and prepare for it. So, what else? And then it says many hospitals are also required to have negative ion generators. So they don't even tell you that, but negative ions are in hospitals, negative ion generators. Not gonna have these bad boys, but they probably, got some type of little machine that generates negative ions, All right. Now, moving on. So, if you're hanging out with me, all right, go ahead and, get you something to drink. I'm sipping on some, gosh darn, got some lemon water. It was hot, but I've been over here for a little while, so it's cold now. Get you a little beverage and sit back and enjoy the talk. I'm gonna be trying to load y'all with as much knowledge and information as I can. All right, so I'm just be, doing these meditations with y'all. I'm just gonna really just pick a topic and just, talk to y'all about it and give y'all all the information I got. So since we're doing Shreem Brzee meditations, what better topic to start off with than Shreem Brzee? So, starting off with full scale, if you're chanting the whole thing, if you go Om Shreem Brzee Namaha, I'll cover all of that. So, Om Shreem Brzee Namaha, if there's the gang out there chanting that, including all of it, trying to get the whole package, I'll let you know exactly what you're chanting, right? So, Om, you have the words Om, O-M, A-U-M, not important. It's the sound. Om. That sound is a spiritual sound representing the universe or Brahman, which is the essence of all creation. It is typically recited at the beginning and end of all Hindu prayers and is frequently chanted during yoga practice. Om is also brilliant white light with violet light. So, energetically, if you had a clairvoyant that could see it, when you chant Om, white light with a tinge of violet light will be flowing down into your aura. That's what's physically happening on another level that you can't really see unless you're tuned to it. That's going on. Brilliant white light with the tinge of violet that's flowing down into you. So, Shreem. Shreem is a Biha mantra that reflects Lakshmi's power of prosperity and indicates blessings, creativity, peace, and surrender. Brzee is a request to vanquish scarcity of the conscious mind. Brzee eliminates all the BS, clears things out that is not positive money karma. Oh, I'm broke. Boom. Brzee is the part of the mantra that's getting rid of that. You're not broke. Brzee. Yeah, he's definitely not broke. Oh, he's rich. Matter of fact, he's the richest. No, he's so rich. Brzee. Namaha. Namaha means in your present, or in your essence, sorry. In your essence, I bow to you, or I submit to you. That's all that means. It's just, the closing. So, Shreem Brzee Namaha. All right. Now, who is Lakshmi? Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of material and spiritual prosperity and the wife of Lord Vishnu. She is usually seen with 4 arms, which represents the goals of a successful life, which she has the power to grant. And what are the 4 goals of a successful life? Dharma, which is righteous living. Karma, which is worldly pleasure. Artha, prosperity, which is prosperity. And moksha, which is spiritual liberation. She can grant you those 4 things. Her name comes from the Sanskrit word lakshya, meaning aim or goal. Lakshmi is also called Shri, the female energy of the Supreme Being. She may also be called Lokamata, or Mother of the World. The primary goal of Shreem Brzee is not just bringing you material wealth. It gives you the greater wealth of consciousness, right? Greater wealth of consciousness, of understanding, of knowledge, or seeing beyond matter. Material wealth will be a byproduct. So you get what Dr. Pillai calls 200% life, 100% material, and 100% spiritual, right? The sound of money, which is not a dollar bill, but real money, is gold. Real money, the sound of real money, which is gold, the sound of gold is Shreem. But the sound of money is also the sound of life, because money is life. It sustains life. It's the sound of the soul that will persist forever, right? So we're talking about wealth, currency, money. Currency is currents. What's a current? A flow. Currency is currents, the flow of energy. So money is really energy. When you begin to live Shreem, it becomes easy to manifest because life itself is a manifestation. Shreem, therefore, a manifesting energy that attracts wealth, therefore attracts money, right? Shreem Brzee will just help you live a good life. Well, on planet Earth, we need money to do that. So a byproduct of this creating a beautiful life for you, down here, the rules are to have a beautiful life, nigga, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but you gotta pay the piper. And so when Shreem Brzee comes down to planet Earth, it's like, all right, boom, this person wants to be a millionaire. Oh, or this person wants a house. Oh, well, down there to get a house, you gotta have $500,000 for this one. All right, boom. Get that person $500,000, or get that person that $500,000 house. They might not even get them, oh, you might have won the lotto and, or just won that house off of sweepstakes or whatever, But down here we deal with money, so money will come to you just as a byproduct, just because that's what happens. All right. Shreem Brzee is a sound, a bosonic sound that can create a reality of prosperity for everyone, regardless of whether or not you have a skill set. You don't need any type of skill set. You don't need any skills. You don't need any tools. You don't need nothing but a pair of lips and a voice that can chant the word Shreem Brzee. And probably not even that, as long as you got ears to hear the word Shreem Brzee, or some eyes to see it, to see the words. If you got one of those three senses, you're in good luck. If you got all of them, you're ahead of the game. So you don't need any skill set, any education, or anything. It doesn't matter, because it is the ultimate wealth building mantra. It will work 100%. Doesn't matter. It has its built-in fail-safe. Websites you can find this on is omtimes.com and policenter.com. omtimes.com and policenter.com. PILLAICENTER.com. All right, moving on. Shreem is a feminine sound of the mother goddess who is creative in nature. It has the ability to create by virtue of its own sound structure. It will increase your conceptual ability because you have to conceive in order to create. So it'll increase your conceptual ability. So what this means is you and a millionaire might not have the same conceptual ability. Meaning, if I asked you to picture $5,000, picture you making $5,000 right now, or picture you making $100,000, you would be like, oh damn, I would have to get a job, I would have to work my way up to CEO and oh no, how long would that take? Oh, I might not even be able to do that. I don't even know if I could get $100,000. That might be your whole mind process when I ask you, picture yourself having $100,000. You know, you would be like, damn, I can't even really get that. You know, in reality, I can't actually get that. Versus if I ask a millionaire, billionaire, oh, picture you getting $100,000 today or this month. They'd be like, oh, that's just that's one deal. I'm about to do a $2 million deal this afternoon. Like $100,000, that's nothing, you know? So for them, they'd be like, oh yeah, I can make $100,000 easy. I can make that in 20 minutes, damn near a day, you know? So they're like, they can conceive of actually making $100,000 and you can't. So that's where Shreem Brzee comes in. It takes care of that. It actually gives you the consciousness and gives you the actual knowing of, oh yeah, no, I can actually get $100,000. It's real, you know what I'm saying? Because before you even are able to get that and manifest something, if you want to manifest something big like $100,000, $1 million, and you're just a common person, you know, you've never had that type of money before, you have to be able to conceive that. Oh, what is that going to look like? Is my bank account even ready to have that many zeros in it? You know, am I ready to have that much money? What am I going to do with this money? Am I going to give it to the people? Am I going to blow it on coke? Am I going to buy a bunch of crack? You know what I'm saying? You know, Shreem Brzee will fix and prepare all of that. You know, it'll get you ready to be able to receive whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You know, it will turn you into that person that is ready and prepared to have $100,000, because that's what happens to a lot of people. You know, a lot of lottery winners. You know, because money doesn't just go to, you know, the people who deserve it. Obviously, you know, it goes to people who aren't prepared. So, you know, Shreem Brzee will prepare you, and it won't have you to where you just get a large sum of money and then the next year you blow it and you're poorer than you were before you got the money. You know, that's what happens to a lot of lottery winners, because spiritually they weren't right, you know, and they weren't ready for it yet. So just because you're getting a bunch of money doesn't mean you can keep it. And Shreem Brzee solves that problem too. You will attain a bunch of, you will attain wealth and you will keep it. That's what prosperity is, you know, living a long, prosperous life. You're not having million 1 year, and then the end of your life, you die broke. You know what I'm saying? It's the quality of life, you know? So Shreem Brzee solves all that for you. So it helps you conceive before you are able to achieve, you know? So Shreem is going to give you what they call permanent merit. What is permanent merit? Health is permanent merit. Not just physical health, but also spiritual health, right? And beautiful relationships, because Shreem is a mantra that is completely full. It is completely flawless and foolproof. It will give you a flawless life if you are dedicated to it. Before I discovered Shreem Brzee, I was having a lot of trouble. But when I first discovered it, and you know, up until now, my karma is great financially, and in general, things have gotten a whole lot better. And I know it's because of Shreem Brzee. It's not even a question, you know. So, Brzee changes your poverty consciousness, your skepticism, and your confusion. All of those are erased by the sound Brzee. It will remove your karma. BR is the sound of birth. Brr, you know, Gucci, you know. It's as if you are being reborn. Your identity has to be shattered. Brzee will shatter your identity. Your identity has limitations. By shattering your identity, you will be reborn, and you can have a new life and a fresh start, the fresh consciousness and a fresh knowing that I can achieve anything I put my mind to, you know, anything I want to manifest, I can achieve, versus your old mindset, which was most likely, I'm broke, I can't really get anything I want unless I get a job first, and then get a good job. I'm gonna need to go to college, and no, I ain't there. College ain't for everybody, ain't for me. I can't. Also, that life just ain't for me. Eliminates all that. That ain't you no more. You're a millionaire. You're a business owner. You're whatever you want to be. Cleanses that identity. Fresh slate, fresh start, fresh new you, fresh new abundant prosperous you. Brzee, Shreem Brzee. So, also, Brzee will be like a watchdog to keep away wrong projects from your mind. And this was my deal, you know. Recently, I had stopped chanting Shreem Brzee oh so faithfully like I used to, and I watched stuff go back to normal, which could look like things are going bad. But if you don't realize you've been being blessed for a long time, when those blessings stop coming and you don't really, you know, notice that, you know, your blessings are on autopilot, when they stop coming, it'll look like shit's going bad, when really, you know, it's not, you know, you just, so Brzee will, you know, keep you from, and I was getting into a bunch of, you know, stuff I shouldn't have got into, and I made some bad investments. But if I'd have kept chanting Shreem Brzee, that don't ever happen when I'm chanting Shreem Brzee faithfully. And if I'd have been chanting Shreem Brzee, it wouldn't have led me to do no, you know, down to those bad projects, and, you know, and making some bad investments. So, Shreem Brzee. It will spontaneously spring the right thoughts, you know. The right thoughts will show up in the right projects because of the power of Brzee. So, it'll keep you away from all those bad ideas like, oh, should I start I should get into real estate. And, you know, and the whole time you're not the person that should get into real estate. You know, you don't got the right mind or resources for that. Whole time, you know, if you chant Shreem Brzee, one day you'll just be like, no, I'm not feeling that real estate no more. Or what about e-commerce? And then e-commerce is the thing for you, and, you know, you go down to it, and then boom, and all of a sudden you're making a website and it's making, you know, 10 grand a month. When whole time you might have ended up going to that website eventually, but you might have end up going to it way later and wasting like a year or two on real estate, probably losing a lot of money until you realize, oh no, damn, okay, that shit really isn't for me. E-commerce, yeah, that really was a deal. I should have went down that. It'll cut out that whole process of you wasting your time and money, and it'll just make you know what the right moves are. You know, you'll just get the signs. It'll make it real easy to see the signs. That's what it'll do, you know. And I'm telling you, like, everything is simple. Being spiritual is being lazy, and it's being a simple person. Spirituality is not complex and, you know, the highest vibrating and most intellectual people and stuff like that. They're really simple people, and they're really simple-minded. Things are simple. You know what I mean? How I looked at it was, I'm lazy. What is the, you know, I know that energy out here is real. I know that whatever I'm trying to manifest, I can kind of do that, you know. Why do I have to waste a bunch of, you know, time and efforts, you know, when I could, okay, boom, I'm broke. Okay, well, this mantra says this and that. If I chant this, this will appear. Okay, thousands of people have had success with it. It must work. All right, boom, let me do this. Oh, boom, it worked, you know. So it can cut out a lot of time for you. Moving on. So, how to use Shreem Brzee. All you need to know is that the sound works like a seed, right? A banyan tree is so huge, yet it is contained in a teeny tiny small seed. But you don't see the tree in the seed. The same way, Shreem Brzee, the sound, has the total wealth of the universe embedded within it, but you don't see it, you know? All you have to do is just say the sound or write the sound over and over and over again, and it will create all the wealth that you want to create. Straight up. That's how it works. It's something very mechanical. A great example is of a wine cork hammering an iron bar. A huge iron bar gets bent just by a cork constantly hitting it. This is exactly the same thing that is happening when you use the sound Shreem Brzee. That's the best part. It's mechanical. You do not even have to understand the dynamics of it, how it works. It just works. Think of it. It's just like an aspirin. When you take an aspirin, you just know that shit's going to take away your headache. You don't look up the ingredients. You don't, you know, you take the aspirin and it works. You don't go down to the pharmacist and say, hey, what was in that aspirin? What was, okay, that's what was in it. Oh, okay, you know. You don't do all that. You just take it and it works. Same way with Shreem Brzee. You chant it, you know. You don't need to know exactly what's going on and how it works, you know. But it works. The sound is wealth itself, right? It's wealth consciousness. This is what money sounds like. And by saying it over and over, you will create wealth consciousness. Now, to make Shreem Brzee extremely effective and to maximize the benefits, your mind has to become the mantra, right? Has to become the mantra. That means you think about nothing but the mantra. If you go on thinking about the mantra all the time, every day, as much as you can, chanting it, writing it, listening to it, engorging yourself in it, all the powers of the mantra will become yours. And you will be able to attain any amount of wealth that you want. It's law. It's universal law. And maybe this video, I don't know. I don't know how long I want to make these videos, but probably in the next video, yeah, I'll probably just do the history and science of mantras. Yeah, in the next video, I'll explain exactly what's going on, you know, when you're chanting. You know, like I said, you just take an aspirin and it works. You don't go down to the pharmacist and say, hey, man, what ingredients was in that shit? That shit was kind of good. I think I tasted nutmeg and cinnamon. What was really going on? How did it take my headache away, doc? You know? You know, you don't need to know that stuff, but if you want to, at the same time, it is important. And knowing what's going on will help you, you know. That's how I end up getting into this, because I'm like, you know, I know law of attraction is real. What's the main way to attract wealth, consciousness, and to attract money and wealth, you know? And it was sound vibration. What's the most powerful sounds to attract money? I found out it was Shreem Brzee. So knowing what's going on an atomic molecular level, you know, and energetically, vibrationally is important. So if you want to know that, in the next video, I'll make, you know, explain the science behind mantra chanting. So stick around for that. Moving on. Everyone talks about the relationship between mind and matter. That mind creates matter. But this has to be lived. Mind and matter should collapse into one reality. This is called Siddha Sankalpa. Siddha Sankalpa means a perfect thought. When you have a perfect thought, it manifests itself into matter, right? So all of the time, what you need to do is just think Shreem Brzee with full focus. If you do this, then you can collapse that spiritual energy into material reality, right? If you focus on Shreem Brzee, you can collapse it into material reality. And I've done this plenty times. I've had a lot of experience with manifesting, different ways and techniques. Manifesting is real and it's easy. Yeah, it's easy. And Shreem Brzee really works, you know. So, sound and intelligence are synonyms. Sound frequencies or mantras have no beginning and no end. They are as old as space and time and the universe. Many ancient cultures discovered that the mind is made up of subtle energies in the form of sound frequencies. 90% of our mind is occupied by language-based activity. The unconscious mind has a sound pattern. All right. And we'll stop there and save the rest of the information for the next video, the next meditation. So right now, I think we can get into the meditation. So first we'll start with pranic healing. First off, I'll heal you guys' chakras, and then we'll chant Shreem Brzee. All right. 1 second. Second. Nope. All right, family. Got my healing crystals with me, about to heal your chakras. All right. This is just alcohol and lavender oil. Lavender oil has emits purple violet light and is alcohol is an astringent. So this is what we use. This energetically cleanses stuff. This gets rid of dirty bioplasmic energy. Alcohol, lavender oil. So when I'm doing pranic healing, you know, and I'm using my hands, when I start, you know, your hand chakras, a lot of dirty energy can sit on your hands, and then dirty energy, all that uptime runs up your arms, runs up your shoulders, and it'll sit in your spine. So everybody that's having back problems, it's because over time, Energetically, you're soaking in a bunch of negative energy. Look, you touch shit all day with your hands. You got chakras in your hands. You touching shit, touching dirty, negative people all day. All that negative energy just slowly seeps up and runs up, you know, runs up your arms. And that just runs up to your spine and your neck. And it just spreads throughout your spine and your back and shit. Now you got back problems. Now you don't know why, because people been talking shit to you for years, or you've been talking shit, and it's just suddenly all that crud, energetic crud builds up. So what we do, we hit it with the, you know, and I'll rub that in. And it really feels good. You can feel it, like, you can feel it making you lighter. It's really alcohol lavender oil. All right. So before I do that, I just like to, you know, make sure my crystals is cleansed off. What I'm be doing is I'm be using this, how I, you know, energy is energy, right? Transcends space and time. So everybody watching this video, when I do these videos, you can watch this right now. If I do it live, you're going to be receiving energy live, or when you watch it 10 years from now, a month from, whatever. It's like I'm going to be frozen in time, and this energy will always be working through this video and projecting on you whenever you watch it, you know. So, you know, so the energy can travel through space and time. You'll be fine. You will still receive the healing, you know. So what'll be happening is, how energetic healing works is, I'm gonna be projecting the healing energy onto y'all. I'm gonna just cleanse and energize y'all chakras real quick. But in energy healing, if you're doing it the right way, if the professional, you know, the energy healer is doing it the right way, you never use your own energy. You know, you can use your own energy, but that's more risky and dangerous, and it's impractical and inefficient. We're floating in a sea of energy, right? You can easily get energy from the universe, from the air, from the sun, from the moon. You can get energy from a lot of places, you know. It's floating all around us. You get energy from divine beings. So, where we at? So yeah, you can get energy from the universe is what you should be using. And whoever you pray to, you know, so when energy healing starts, you know, I usually just start, you know, with the prayer, you know, ask for some healing energy from whoever that you pray to, you know. How I do it, it will look something like, you know, all right, to the Supreme Being, you know, Divine Creator, Divine Mother, Father, energy, to angelic beings, to all the ascended masters, archangels, angels, and beings of light. Ask for your divine blessings for protection, help, guidance, illumination, prosperity, and healing. With full faith and with thanks, so be it, you know. That way you ask for help from, you know, your ancestors or whoever, you know, you seek spiritual help from, and that energy flows down to you. These beings are up there. Everybody comes, you know, to a physical incarnation with at least two guardian angels per se, you know, or two guides, you know, that are with you for life. So you can ask for help from your higher self, or, you know, the higher self send, you know, spiritual energy down. When we get into the healing and stuff like that, how we heal is we're using light. So whatever, you know, higher self, send down electric violet light so I can heal these patients. Thank you, so be it. You know, and then boom, that energy is flowing down through me, and I'm sending it to whomever, you know, whether I'm healing myself or whether I'm healing someone else. That way the energy is flowing down through me and it's flowing through somebody, and it's not my own energy. If I was to project my own energy on someone, I say it can be dangerous, because what if I'm having a bad day or I'm just a negative person in general and I'm sending my, you know, dirty, cruddy, muddy energy to them and shit, and I'm making someone sicker now, you know. So that's why you use, you know, spiritual energy from divine, you know, the divine source, you know. Yeah, so, and to answer the age-old question, who heals the healer? Himself, because while this is going on, all this energy flowing down that you're using to project, you know, from the universe, all the energy flowing from the universe you're using to project, you know, doing your healing sessions, it has to flow through you, and it's flowing through your chakras as well before it goes out. So all that energy flowing through you is healing you at the same time. So while you're doing healing, you get healed as well, you know, 2 for 1. So let me see if I'm missing anything before we get started. All right. I think we good. So without further ado, all right. So you can help me out just by sitting back, you know, meditative position. You can grab your own, you know, stones or anything like that, and just relax. And I'm gonna be cleaning out your chakras. So all right, I'm gonna get started. So just sit back and relax, and I'll guide you through it. I'll tell you what chakras to focus on and what chakras I'm working on. You can just picture me cleaning those out. All right, I'm gonna say my prayers and get ready. Father, I don't live out. All right, so I'm gonna start on your root chakra. So just sit back and focus on me healing your root chakra. And if you want to, you can say this. So for each chakra, you can say, oh, I have an open and activated root chakra. I have an open and activated sacral chakra. I have an open and activated solar plexus chakra. I have an open and activated heart chakra, blah, blah, blah. You can just say that I have an open and activated, you know, oh, my root chakra is activated in shining, brilliant, dazzling light, you know. And you can just do something like that. So, all right. All right, so when I do this, you know, how it will look is when I'm working on your chakras. Your chakras are usually around like, probably when they're not activated, they're probably around like 3 inches, you know, probably around like 3 inches. And then when they're fully activated and, you know, shining bright and activated, they'll go to about 5 inches, you know, so 3 to 5 inches. So just picture that happening as well. And visualize and will the chakra to increase in size, you know, trying to maximize this healing session right now. So all right, starting with your root chakra. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, and what it looks like is when you're doing distance healing, you know, I just picture you guys in front of me. So whoever's watching this video, will be blessed with this healing energy, no matter when they watch the video. And when you do distance healing, I just picture you guys in front of me. You're about a foot tall, and I'm just working on your chakras, you know. You don't need to picture a whole person regular size in front of you, because that's just, you know, it's just inefficient. You don't have to do all that. So I just picture you guys as a little, you know, foot tall, and y'all in front of me, and I'm just doing it right here. So that's why you just answer the question if you're thinking, oh, why is he looking like that? Oh, why? Oh, my chakras is down here. Why is he just doing, you know? That's what's going on. All right. Without further ado, start. Root chakra. Focus on it. I'll start off. I'll cleanse it first. Take all the cruddy energy off of it. Throw it in this green flame down here that you can't see. And then I'll energize it and fill it with the appropriate color energy and color light, you know, that's good for the certain chakras. So, and if you're wondering what colors those are, for the solar plexus and below, I'm gonna be blasting you with red prana. And for the heart chakra and above, I'm gonna be blasting you with white violet light when I'm energizing. So I'm gonna start and I'm gonna cleanse your chakra, and then I'm gonna energize it. Then move to the next chakra, cleanse it, and energize it. All right, so starting for real right now, focus on your root. And now I'm energizing your root chakra. All right, moving on. Sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is cleansed of all dirty, muddy, grayish energy. How it looks energetically when your chakras are dirty and blocked, clairvoyants will see a whole bunch of dirty gray energy, and when they're cleaned out, you'll see that chakra, whatever color it is, you'll see the light emanating that color, and all the dirty gray energy is gone. So all that gray dirty energy off your sacral chakra is being cleansed, and it's all gone. Now energizing. All right. Finish your sacral chakra. All right, sacral chakra is good. Now focus on your solar plexus chakra. All right, your solar plexus is cleansed. Now energizing your solar plexus chakra. You guys can't see it, but I'm blasting red prana to your solar plexus. It's really brilliant white light with a tinge of red prana in it, just to be safe. I don't want to send straight red, you know. If it's too dark, it could, you know, if your chakras aren't right, I don't want to harm anybody. The darker the color, you know, the darker the hue of the color, the stronger it is. So if your chakras are kind of weaker and vulnerable, sending some strong dark colors to somebody's chakras could blow them out of whack and do more damage than help. All right, solar plexus is energized. Now moving on to your heart chakra. Right, so I said the heart chakra and up, we're using white violet light. So now cleanse it out. And that heart chakra is dazzling green, brilliant light, going from 3 to 5 inches. And it's brilliantly shining green, healthy. All right, and all the crud and all the dirty bioplasmic energy of your heart chakra is cleansed. Now energizing your heart chakra with white violet light. Spiritual energy is flowing down through me, and I'm just sending it to you. And cleansing your heart chakra with white violet light. If you notice over here, I can't tell how the camera is, but I'm doing clockwise circles. Clockwise sends energy out. Counterclockwise pulls energy in. So pranic healing, we need to send energy out and energize. Clockwise. If I need, when I'm cleansing and I'm taking dirty energy off of you, counterclockwise, I'm pulling it off. So clockwise circles to blast you with white violet light. All right. All right. All right, now for your throat chakra. Throat chakra. Cleansing your throat chakra. Throat chakra is cleansed of all that negative, dirty energy that's not benefiting you. Scraping it all off. And your throat chakra is cleansed. And now we're going to energize your throat chakra. White violet light. And your throat chakra is energized. All right, now moving on to your third eye chakra. Right, third eye chakra. Let's cleanse that. Everyone watching this video, third eye is cleansed. Cleansed of negative, dirty energy, and is shining bright, dazzling white violet light. And now to energize your third eye. White violet light. Third eye shining bright, dazzling light. So sending brilliant white violet light to your third eye center. And your third eye is cleansed. Just asking for more spiritual energy and help from the universe and healing angels and beings of light and whoever you pray to. Just ask for that help and send that energy and that bright white light and all that light energy you need for healing. All right, final chakra, be cleansing your crown chakra. And like I said, you can just sit there and just repeat to yourself, I have an open and activated crown chakra. My chakra is shining in brilliant, dazzling white violet light. I have an open and activated crown chakra. All right, let's heal that crown chakra. To everyone watching this video, your crown chakra is healed. Crown chakra is open and activated. Crown chakra is vibrating very highly and is emanating the color it should be. All the negative, dirty energy on the crown chakra is cleansed. All right, crown chakra is cleansed. All right, now let's finally energize that crown chakra. Dazzling, brilliant white violet light entering your crown chakra. dazzling, brilliant white violet light entering your crown chakra. Brilliant white violet light entering your crown chakra. All right. All finished. And now, finally, I'm going to project a light blue tint of energy, tint of light blue over your whole aura to encapsulate all the energy I just gave you. So you can picture your whole aura shining blue, light blue, coated in light blue. That way it secures all the healing energy and the healing is more effective and it lasts longer. If you don't put the blue little, shell on it, coated in, light blue energy, the energy will leak out, 20, 30 minutes, hours from now. And the healing, will be less effective. So just coating you in light blue to seal in that energy. All right, all done. And now we can get into our Shreem Brzee. So we're gonna chant some Shreem Brzees, but I'm gonna actually have it playing and I'm gonna chant along with y'all. I'm a guest in this session as well, how I see it. So I might not even chant the whole time, but I'm gonna have Dr. Pala playing, and we're gonna chant at least 108 Shreem Brzees. So I'm gonna have it playing for at least 108, and depending on how we feeling, I might go longer and try and get in as many as we can. So.
Elon Musk likes to bet. He bet on PayPal. He's a millionaire. He bet on Tesla.
All right. And I speed it up a little bit so, we don't take too much time. All right, you guys, nice and comfortable. You ready to chant? You good? All right. All right, get into a comfortable position. You can hold your crystals or hold your organite. Ooh. And I also brought bad boy right here, Shreem Brzee yantra to help. I'm gonna be holding that while we chant. So without further ado, we're gonna get in a good 108. So here we go. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Picture going into your third eye. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. I'm just trying to add a little juice to send some more energy to your third eye. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Be thinking about what you want to manifest. Brzee, Shreem 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 Brzee, Shreem. Oh. And there it is. That was 108 Shreem Brzee. So I think we'll stop it right there. This video is pretty long. I think this was a good start. Probably in the future, I'll probably chant some more and just probably see how long we can go. You know, probably do as many sets as I can. Got time for, you know, sets of 108 Shreem Brzees. But I think we good right here. You know, probably do more in the next video. But this just get the ball rolling, get the, you know, get off the ground. So I think we had a pretty good session. It's been fun. Love y'all. Peace.